Chess taught me more than school ever did. It sounds crazy, but if you give me 8 minutes, I can almost guarantee that I can change your view on chess. There are a million skills that people promise you that you will develop if you play chess, like strategic thinking, pattern recognition, thinking under pressure, self-confidence, the knowledge to solve the cure of cancer. But today, I wanted to highlight my top 3 themes that chess embodies and hopefully by the end inspire you to play chess. This video will go over the 3 themes of making the best decision in your current position, reflection and improvement, and thinking beyond yourself. And finally, we'll wrap up the video with how chess embodies these themes and lessons better than how other games and activities may teach you. The first theme in chess that we'll be going over is making the best decision in your current position. When you play chess, it always starts the same. But move after move, you slowly start to approach a position that you've never been in. And in this position, the possibilities are endless. And suddenly, it's your turn. Your pawn is hanging, your knight has options, your queen can go in 8 different directions, and don't forget about the bishop in the blue dimension. Your rook is inactive, time's ticking, quick, you have to make a move. Stop. Breathe. And ask yourself, in this situation, what is the best move I can do right now? This theme draws many parallels to life. Things pile on, and it's really hard at times. You can have classes, a job, a significant other. You could be trying to maintain, being physically active, hobbies. It can be really overwhelming. But consider this chess theme of taking a deep breath and analyzing the situation you are in. Once you've analyzed the position that you're in or the life circumstances that you're going through, try to think, what is the best move that I can make right now? You will make mistakes and you'll often think, I should have done something better, or I should have done a different move. But you can't go back is the reality, and what matters is making the next move. And I know in chess there are time constraints, or in real life there are some things that you just can't get around, but just know that you do not always have to make a brilliant or a rook sacrifice. It doesn't need to be the best move. It can just be an excellent move, or a good move, or even an accuracy, so long as you just don't blunder. The next theme that we'll be going over that chess embodies is this idea of reflection and improvement. After a devastating loss, it is so tempting to just hit play again and rage queue into another game. I have definitely fallen for this trap. Just one more. Maybe this time it'll be a win. But that mindset of spamming games and hoping that someone just blunders a back rank checkmate, that mindset, it rarely helps you improve. And without reflection, I truly believe that you will hover around a 50% win rates. It takes real willpower to pause, open your last game, and actually look at what went wrong. What could you have done differently? Was there a better move or tactic that I could have done? Where can I improve in my chess journey as a whole? Is it the opening, the middle game, more puzzles? These are the reflection questions that you need to ask yourself in order to improve in chess. And the same thing happens in life. When you're in a rut, it's very easy to fall into bad habits and just brute force your way through the days, hoping that things will eventually get better. But in truth, whether things are just going terrible or even great, reflection is key. Reflection is key. If something doesn't go your way, ask why. Not to beat yourself up about it, but to learn. What aspects in my life could be changed? Is it my mornings, my workload, my social circle? And if something went well that you're really proud of, you can still ask yourself why and recreate the parts of your life that do work. The point that I'm trying to get at is improvement isn't random. It is intentional. It is the habit of stopping, thinking, and learning, both for chess and in real life. The third theme that we'll be going over is this idea of thinking beyond yourself. A lot of players and a lot of people in general tend to go through life only thinking about themselves. What do I want? What do I need? But in chess, this one-dimensional way of thinking will ultimately harm you down the road. You make a move thinking, yeah, this looks like a good move, I'm defending my pawn, without stopping to ask, wait, what is this rat trying to get out of me? And then, because of that lack of thinking, bam, you're dead. And that is how blunders happen. You can't just play hope chess, making moves and hoping your opponent doesn't see the threat. You have to think from their point of view. What do they want? What are they trying to set up? Similarly, you can't just approach life all willy-nilly, hoping that everything will fall into place. Whether it be relationships or work, only thinking about yourself will cause you to overlook something and inevitably you'll mess up. Chess teaches us that the better you get at stepping into someone else's shoes, the better your decisions you'll make overall. And to wrap up this video, we'll talk about why chess embodies these themes better than other games and activities. First off, there's no RNG, there's no cheat codes, there's no hidden mechanics, except for en passant. It's always the same rules. And because of this, you have full control over what happens, and therefore full accountability over what happens. You can't blame anyone else. And these factors that I mentioned of no luck emphasize that where you are right now is your doing, which then in turn places an emphasis on the necessity of that first lesson's line of thinking of, given this exact position, what is the best move I can take right now? The next reason why chess is better at emphasizing these themes is that in some other games you can sort of get the gist of it by sheer practice. However, in chess, there's a much heavier emphasis on reflecting on your games. Additionally, the VOD review is a lot easier to analyze compared to something like League, where there's 100 different things going on. There's also random factors like teammates. However, in chess, it is just you and your opponent. A lot more simple to analyze and place yourself back into those shoes of what was I thinking at the time. So these highlight the second lesson of reflecting and improving. Finally, because chess is a turn-based game and there's no adrenaline rush that you sort of get from sports events, this environment allows the opportunity for you to be more calm and think about what the opponent wants, emphasizing that third lesson of being able to place yourself in the shoes of your opponent and thinking, what do they want? Anyways, that wraps up my experience with chess. Although it would be nice if you picked up chess, you don't have to. It can be really rage-inducing at certain times, but hopefully I inspired you to think about chess and its themes from time to time. For example, the main one that I really want to emphasize is just that when you are in a rut or everything is just very overwhelming, just deep breaths and ask yourself, what can I do? What is the best move I can do given my circumstances and situation? I plan to make more videos where I talk about my other experiences with different arcs, like my game development arc or my experience with the gym, history, investing. There is a lot I have planned. So if you're interested in content like that, feel free to subscribe and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.